This is going to be the tastiest ever riro recipe or spinach stew recipe you will find in the internet lately. Guys, make sure you save this in your repertoire because it's going to be your go-to recipe every time. Let's get started. In a pot, I will start by boiling my meat. I have some goat meat here. It has been skinned. To follow, I'll be using some tripe. You can use any type of meat of your choice. I will start by seasoning with some salt, some seasoning powder, and I'll be using onion. The onion here is the dried one. You can as well use the fresh onion. It doesn't matter. It's still going to work just fine. We want to give that a good stir, and I will cover that so it cooks to start releasing its own moisture. For our spinach, this is a fresh spinach I'll be using. It has been perfectly washed already. I will go ahead to slice it accordingly. After slicing, I will add in boiled or boiling water inside. When you add the boiling water, you want to stir with a spoon for about a minute. Do not keep it in the hot water for a long time, like it's gonna soften and you're not gonna like that in your soup. Now strain it and run it with some cold water to stop the cooking process. Do not skip this part, okay? You must always run with some cold water. Now squeeze and set aside. For the fresh ingredients, I have some habanero peppers and I have 3 large bell peppers. I will go ahead to chop this. So guys, when you're using a chopper for this, you want to chop it. You don't want to chop it to be 100% smooth, okay? You still want it to have a little bit of a coarse like texture or consistency, just like this. You see that? Now let's set that aside. Back to our meat. This has been fully cooked to perfection. If you love this my pot, I'll be dropping the link, not the link, the number of the lady who sells the pot. She's based in Nigeria, so you can get this pot from her, and she delivers worldwide. This is one of the best clay pots I've ever had. So now in the same pot, I will add in some palm oil. You want to saute some onion with some locust beans until it becomes fragrant. This is going to take roughly about a minute or so. You're going to give that a good stir. Now bring in the peppers. For the peppers, you're going to let it cook in that so some of the water dries off and the oil floats, okay? So I'll just cover my pot so that cooks perfectly and accordingly. So after some time, this is how you want yours to look like. You see the oil is floating right now. At this point, I'll bring in some crayfish. You can put a lot of crayfish as you want it. Do not miss crayfish in this recipe. I have some smoked fish. I will bring in my boiled meat. Make sure you save the stock or the broth of the meat because you're going to be using that for the riro. Now I'll bring in the broth. You can put as much broth as you want it, depending on how you love your soup. Now bring in the blanched spinach and you're gonna give that a good stir. When the spinach comes in, you're just gonna stir it and let it simmer for about 2 to 3 minutes. You do not need to overcook the spinach, okay? Mind you, do not overcook your spinach because it turns brown and it's gonna overcook and becomes mushy.
Cooking with Claudie. Cooking with Claudie, easy, simple recipe. Cooking with Claudie, cooking with Claudie, easy, simple recipe.
So for my swallow, I'll be using some semolina. You can use any type of swallow, be it gari, you can use cassava, pounded cassava, the cassava flour, rice fufu, whatever. Even rice, it is so good with it. And after that is looking so delicious, I will go ahead to serve that with my fufu. This was so delicious. If you have any recipe, like if you have your all riro recipe, just forget about that one and use this one and it's gonna become your favorite. So guys, thank you so much. We've come to the end of this video, and don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to drop a comment and let me know what you think. Until we meet again in my next video, bye for now and keep loving each other.